Kayak kita sekarang ini,
Maunya disayang.
Bukan cuma sayang dan cinta di hati.
Pinginnya eksis.
Nggak mau dilupain.
mudah untuk mengikuti tren.
Namun,
Seringkali lupa dengan tujuan awal.
Rupiah itu kita.
Kita nggak pingin kan dicoret-coret.
Kita nggak suka toh dilupakan, dan kita nggak suka toh disia-siakan.
Pikirkan kembali, seberapa cinta kita.
Seberapa bangga kita
seberapa paham kita,
Dan seberapa besar peran kita.
Untuk rupiah, untuk Indonesia.
karena rupiah tercipta
Atas jasa para pahlawan kita.
Tapi rupiah bisa bertahan melalui kita.
Dari kita,
Uang rupiah menjadi alat transaksi dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. Interaksi terjalin pada setiap transaksi menggunakan rupiah di seluruh pelosok negeri. Selembar rupiah tercipta melalui serangkaian proses pengelolaan. Dimulai dari perencanaan, Bank Indonesia berkoordinasi dengan pemerintah menghitung kebutuhan jumlah uang rupiah yang harus dicetak untuk memenuhi kebutuhan masyarakat. Uang rupiah dicetak seluruhnya di dalam negeri oleh perum-peruri menggunakan peralatan dan teknologi terkini. Untuk menjamin keamanannya, setiap lembar uang rupiah kertas dilengkapi dengan unsur pengaman dan diberi nomor seri unik yang spesifik. Uang rupiah dikeluarkan dan diedarkan Bank Indonesia ke seluruh penjuru Nusantara, mulai dari kota-kota besar hingga ke pulau-pulau terdepan, terluar, dan terpencil. Untuk menjaga kelayakan uang beredar di masyarakat, Bank Indonesia secara rutin melakukan pemusnahan terhadap uang rupiah tidak layak edar maupun uang rupiah yang telah dicabut dan ditarik dari peredaran. Selembar rupiah mampu melukiskan indahnya kebinekaan Indonesia. Direncanakan dan didesain dengan sepenuh hati untuk Ibu Pertiwi. Setiap guratan pada lembar uang rupiah syarat akan makna Indonesia, menampilkan sosok para pahlawan, dan kaya akan keragaman flora, fauna, keindahan wisata, hingga budaya Nusantara. Sebagai persembahan bagi segenap bangsa Indonesia, Bank Indonesia dan pemerintah mengeluarkan 7 pecahan uang rupiah kertas tahun emisi 2022 dengan desain dan spesifikasi yang telah diperbaharui. Kini uang rupiah semakin mudah dikenali keasliannya dengan kualitas lebih baik yang menjamin masa edar lebih lama dan teknologi unsur pengamanan yang semakin menyulitkan pemalsuan. Mari kita gelorakan cinta, bangga, dan paham rupiah sebagai simbol kedaulatan negara Kesatuan Republik Indonesia. Karena Bank Indonesia ada di setiap makna Indonesia.
Rupiah dan Negara Kesatuan Republik Indonesia. Keduanya tidak dapat dipisahkan. Rupiah sebagai simbol kedaulatan negara, sebagai satu-satunya alat pembayaran yang sah di Indonesia, mendukung setiap aktivitas ekonomi masyarakat, penggerak roda perekonomian, kebanggaan seluruh komponen bangsa Indonesia. Rupiah didesain dengan sepenuh hati, menampilkan pahlawan nasional kebanggaan bangsa, keindahan dan keragaman budaya Nusantara, memperkuat kebinakaan negara Indonesia. Dengan nilai keindahan dan teknologi pengamanan yang tinggi, menjaga rupiah sama dengan menjaga simbol kedaulatan negara. Saya yakin semua cinta rupiah dengan mengenali, merawat, dan menjaganya sepenuh hati. Saya juga yakin semua bangga rupiah dengan menggunakannya dan mematuhinya sebagai satu-satunya alat pembayaran yang sah untuk setiap transaksi ekonomi dan keuangan di seluruh wilayah Indonesia sebagai simbol kedaulatan dan pemersatu bangsa. Saya mengajak kita semua semakin paham rupiah dengan semakin bijak memperlakukan rupiah dalam bertransaksi, berhemat, berbelanja. Mari kita lakukan dengan benar. Karena rupiah adalah mata uang kita, identitas kita. Mari kita cinta, bangga, dan paham rupiah. Mulai dari diri sendiri.
Bayar-bayar jadi rumit di masa pandemi. Tenang, jangan resah karena kini ada kris yang bikin transaksi kita jadi makin praktis. Belum tahu caranya? Gampang, simak baik-baik video ini sampai akhir ya. Pertama, minta atau ambil tangkapan layar kode QR dari penjual. Buka aplikasi pembayaran yang kamu punya dan klik tulisan scan kris hingga keluar mode kamera. Klik kotak kecil yang berada di kamera tersebut dan unggah gambar kris yang tersimpan di galeri tadi. Akan keluar nama dan kotak nominal. Pastikan nama penjualnya sesuai ya. Dan tada! Sudah terbayar deh barang yang kamu inginkan. Hati senang, pikiran tenang karena transaksi aman. Kris tanpa tatap muka, belanja dari mana aja, bayarnya di mana aja.
Ngapain sih?
Astaga deh,
Siapa sibuk kali abang?
abang lagi bikin opsi-opsi kata sandi yang kuat. Curigaan terus sama abangnya. Sini adek, biar abang kasih tahu. Gini loh dek, kalau bikin password itu kayak abang, pakai huruf besar, huruf kecil, simbol, sama angka, rutin diganti. Alay sedikit nggak apa-apa. Yang penting akun kita aman.
Ya tapi kan abang tahu ada ini pikun loh.
Jaga akun pribadi kalian, gunakan kata sandi yang kuat. Ngapain tuh Pung? Serius sekali ku tengok.
Ini, Opung lagi coba bikin akun email, m-banking, sosmed, tapi susah kali bikinnya. Satu aja passwordnya ya.
Jangan Pung! Aduh Opungku sayang. Kalau mau aman, buatlah masing-masing akun pakai password yang beda. Bahaya kalau sama Pung. Nanti bisa dicuri sama penipu. Selalu waspada ya Pung.
Bener belum sih? Oke. Lu pernah gak sih ngerasain kesel banget? Gua tuh selalu kesel nih kalau inget cerita ini. Satu hari nih, gua pernah pagi-pagi, gua lagi nggak gawe, nggak lagi kerja. Kebetulan gua lapar banget. Nah biasanya sih ada tukang somai lewat depan kosan gua. Ada tuh suara somai. Wih, tukang somai. Gua langsung cari. Dompet. Gua langsung lari ke depan rumah. Gua langsung lewatin itu pagar. Stop, bang somai. Bang, maaf, saya cuma jualan somai. Iya bang, saya makanya mau beli 1 piring. Semua yang ada di dalam masukin semua bang. Bumbunya gimana bang? Campur nggak bang? Campur nggak? Banjir, masukin semua bang. Akhirnya kan, karena udah dimasukin semua tuh, langsung gua ngecek dompet gua. Gak ada duitnya. Modal pede aja kan. Bang, bayar pakai debit. Si abang somainya lewat balik. Bang, dompetnya mesinnya ditaruh di mana? Lu tahu nggak sih rasanya nggak jadi sarapan padahal lu lagi lapar? Gua sebagai anak milenial, nggak makan nggak apa-apa deh. Yang penting ngopi. Gua jalan dah tuh ke coffee shop dekat kosan gua. Oh, gua mau pesen ini nih. Tahu-tahu ada yang gila apa nih? Ternyata mbak dong nyerobot gua dengan PD-nya. Americano boleh kali ya? Tapi pahit. Coklat kali ya? Tapi aku lagi diet. Bentar deh mas, aku cari dulu deh yang paling enak apa. Oke deh, aku pesen yang itu ya, less ice. Akhirnya di belakang kan gue udah, akhirnya pesan juga. Aku bayar dulu ya mas. Ujung-ujungnya apa? Ya, aku nggak bawa dompet. Bayar pakai aplikasi bisa kan ya? Ternyata dia nggak bawa duit. Ujung-ujungnya pakai aplikasi. Dan aplikasinya yang nggak disediain itu sama coffee shop. Aku download dulu ya. Bentar ya mas, download aplikasi doang kok. Lama. Akhirnya karena nggak sabar, gua cabut cari Starling. Besoknya gua standby di depan kosan. Gua masih mau balas dendam nih sama si abang somai. Udah nyiapin semuanya. Dompet ada isinya. Gak lama kemudian si abang somai datang dong. Somai dari jauh gua udah lari ke depan rumah sambil teriak, "Bang, beli somai, dibayar tunai." Stop! Buat apa bayar cash? Kan udah ada Chris. Wow, keren loh bang. Akhirnya gue lanjut, udah kenyang, udah siap-siap. Saatnya apa? Saatnya ngopi. Coffee shop yang kemarin langganan gue. Gue dateng, happy, senyum sumringah. Sampai sana, lo tahu apa yang gue lihat? Simba yang kemarin, yang lama banget itu. Gak bisa gue diemin. Gak bisa gue diemin. Kali ini gue harus ngomong. Mbak, gimana? Udah uang cash? Bawa dompet? Gak lupa kan? Udah ada aplikasinya? Saldonya jangan lupa diisi dong, ya kan? Jangan lama lagi ya. Simba dengan santainya lihat ke belakang. Kan udah ada Chris. Wah, udah cantik. Terusnya udah gak nyusahin kayak kemarin. Indah hidup gue. Tapi gue sadar, akhirnya nih, dengan adanya Chris, gue jadi bisa tetap eksis. Gue kayak cewek manis, hidup jadi lebih praktis. Karena satu kode QR untuk semua pembayaran. Mantul!
Selain mempertahankan cita rasa makanan, di zaman yang serba instan, menyediakan Kris jadi salah satu alternatif yang paling efektif. Pastikan nama Kris mengandung identitas merchant dan peduli dalam menempatkan Kris di area yang mudah diawasi, serta melindungi fisik Kris dengan pelapis transparan yang aman untuk mencegah pemalsuan. Semuanya 30.000 ya mas? Mau bayar pakai apa?
Saya pakai Kris aja.
Oke, silakan. Kenali keaslian tampilan Kris di wilayah merchant dengan melakukan pengecekan secara berkala, serta secara rutin memeriksa notifikasi transaksi dari konsumen. Oke, udah masuk. Makasih ya, Mas. Adukan ke penyedia jasa pembayaran apabila menemukan perbedaan tampilan Kris milik merchant. Ya, halo. Sebagai merchant dan konsumen Kris, kita sama-sama memiliki hak untuk dijamin kelancaran transaksinya.
Zaman udah digital, mau transfer, ya tinggal klik.
Sekarang nggak bakalan gini lagi dong ceritanya, kan udah ada BI Fast. Nggak cuma real time, BI Fast juga 24 jam, 7 hari seminggu, lengkap, aman, dan pastinya efisien. BI Fast sepanjang waktu, seketika.
Sektor UMKM memberikan kontribusi yang tinggi terhadap perekonomian Indonesia, yaitu sebesar 61% terhadap PDB Indonesia. Untuk mendukung potensi UMKM,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, speaker, and all participants. Welcome to this International Conference on Sustainable Competitive Advantage 14, hosted by Bank Indonesia, representative Purwokerto, the Indonesian Economic Scholar Association, and of course, the Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman. My name is Valen Hadi, as your master ceremony for this international conference. And of course, it is truly my honor to have you all here today. And as we gather to discuss and address the challenges faced by MSMEs in this era of globalization and rapid technological development. In a world full of shaped by VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, this conference is aimed at exploring how MSMEs can adapt, innovate, and thrive amidst these challenges. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we will embark on a journey of insightful discussion, key presentation, and sharing knowledge that will help drive growth and, of course, resilience in the dynamic business environment. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin of this conference, let us open our event with the ceremonial performance of Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya. May you all rise. Please be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now to formally commence our event, we are honored to invite the Chief of Committee for Sustainable Competitive Advantage Conference, Professor Dr. Sri Lestari SAMSI, to deliver the opening remarks. Please welcome Professor Dr. Sri Lestari.
Jenderal Soedirman, Dr. Kuat Prayitno, SH.M. Hum. Deputy Director at Bank Indonesia Institute, Bapak Doni Fajar Anugrah PhD. Head Representative of Bank Indonesia Purwokerto, Ibu Kristoveni. Head Representative of OJK Purwokerto, Bapak Juliando. Chief of IC and Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, Prof. Wiwi Rabiatul Adawiyah, MSc, PhD. And the speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Sukri from Management and Science University, Malaysia. The theme for this year's conference, Adapt, Innovate, Thrive, Essential SME Strategies to Navigate the VUCA Landscape, reflect the pressing realities faced by micro, small, and medium enterprise in today's global economy. The term VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity perfectly encapsulate the current business environment. In this era of globalization and rapid technological development, the challenges for SMEs are growing more complex and dynamic. Today, we are here not just to address these challenges, but to equip ourselves with the knowledge and tools to turn them into opportunities. Through adaptation, we can remain resilient. Through innovation, we can stand out the midst of uncertainty, and through strategic action, we can ensure that SMEs not only survive, but also thrive in this dynamic business environment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are incredibly fortunate to be joined by leading experts from around the world who will share their insight and experiences on how MSMEs can build resilience and drive innovation in the face of the VUCA challenges. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our keynote speaker from Bank Indonesia and distinguished speaker from India, Poland, and Malaysia, whose expertise will provide us with valuable perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, a total of 250 participants have attended today. Considering the diverse background of the participating institutions, including representative of Bank Indonesia, ISAI Purwokerto, Aspikmas, HIPMI, BPC Banyumas, HIPMI Institute, OJK, call for paper participants, and students involved in the MBKM program. The event at our program don't end here. We continue this initiative with a call for paper. We have received 125 high-quality articles from a variety of institutions, both domestic and international. Your efforts have been instrumental in bringing us all together today. I look forward to the exciting discussion and insight that will unfold over the course of the day. Thank you. And may this conference be a fruitful and inspiring experience for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Professor Sri Lestari, for your inspiring words. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are pleased to welcome Professor Wiwi Rabiatul Adawiyah, SA, MSc, PhD, the Chief of Indonesian Economic Scholar Association, Representative Purwokerto, and also the Dean of Faculty Economic and Business, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, to share her thoughts regarding this international conference. Please welcome, Ibu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Very good morning to all of you. First of all, allow me to express my warmest welcome to the Vice Rector of Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, Dr. Kuat Puji Prayitno, and then to Bapak Doni Fajar Anugrah PhD, Deputy Director of Bank Indonesia Institute, and then to Mrs. Christofani, Head of Bank Indonesia Representative Office Purwokerto, distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Prafula Agnihotri, Director of IMM, Sirmaur, India, Professor Anna Wawrizuk Miszal from Marie Curie Sklodowska University of Polandia. I hope she's already with us. And then Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Shukri from MSU, Malaysia. Thank you for coming. It is my great pleasure that I welcome you all to the 14th Sustainable Competitive Advantage SCA International Conference, Colloquium, and Call for Papers. So there are 3 events at the same time: conference, colloquium, and call for papers. So in this moment, of course, it is not possible to conduct the event without the support of some important people among us. First of all, Rector of Jenderal Soedirman University, Bank Indonesia, and also many parties who have sponsored the activity, including Indonesian Economic Scholar Association. Thank you for all your support. We are truly honored also with the presence of the keynote speaker and looking forward to the knowledge and expertise that you will share with us. First, and also on behalf of 2 institutions, Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, and also the Indonesian Economic Scholar Associations, I would like to also welcome all the participants. Yeah, it's a very good moment for us to share your research finding in this academic forum. So this event is not merely an academic platform, but also a significant space for exchanging knowledge, innovative ideas, and real-world experience to tackle the evolving challenge of the business world, particularly for small and medium enterprises or SMEs, in the midst of what we know as VUCA: volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. This concept reflects a world that is rapidly changing, unpredictable, filled with uncertainty, and highly complex. For SMEs, often operating with limited resources, this challenge becomes even more pressing. They must navigate through fast-changing markets, fierce competition, and unpredictable shifts in policy and technologies. These are the real challenges faced by our small business firms nowadays. So what is the solution? Adaptation is the solution. This adaptation is the key solution. SMEs must be responded quickly to the changes, to the dynamic evolvement occurring around their business environment. Innovation is also essential and necessary for them to stay relevant and competitive in the market. Finally, SME must learn not only to survive, but also to thrive in this changing landscape by enhancing efficiency, expanding market reach, and fostering collaboration. I would like to express my highest appreciations to organizing committee and everyone involved in making this event a success. Without your hard work and dedication, this conference would not have been possible. Finally, I wish you all productive discussion and a successful event. May today's contribution strengthen the competitiveness of small, medium enterprises on both national and international level and have a significant impact on the global economy. Thank you very much. So once again, please enjoy the moment and the sharing of knowledge among us. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Professor Wiwi, for your inspiring vision for MSMEs in the VUCA landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, up next we have a special message from Bank Indonesia, Representative Purwokerto. I would like to invite the head representative of Bank Indonesia Purwokerto, Mrs. Christovani, to share her valuable insight of the importance of financial resilience for MSMEs. Please welcome, Ibu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Dr. Kuat Puji Prayitno, Vice Rector of Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, Profesor Wiwi Rabiatul Adawiyah, Chief of IC Purwokerto, Profesor Dr. Sri Lestari, Chief of Committee SGA, Mr. Doni Fajar Anugrah PhD, Deputy Director at Bank Indonesia Institute, Profesor Dr. Prafula Agnihotri, Director of IMM Shumar, India, Profesor Anna Wurz-Rukmisal, Maria Curie Slodowska University, Poland, Associate Professor Dr. Shakina Shukri, Management and Science University, Malaysia, all distinguished participants of 14th SCA International Seminar. First, we offer our praise and thanks God Almighty, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, for His grace and blessing which have allowed us here today for this important event, the Sustainable Competitive Advantage SGA Seminar. This event reflects the strong and enduring collaboration between the IC, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, and Bank Indonesia, supported by various national and international stakeholders. The SGA serves a vital platform for discussing strategic issues surrounding the development of SMEs, featuring experts with exceptional expertise in both managerial and technical fields. Participants from diverse backgrounds, including research, academic, and practitioners from various domestic and international institutions, are joining us today. The insights shared by our distinguished speaker will offer us fresh perspective on how SME can succeed in our evolving economic landscape. The theme for this year's conference, Adapt, Innovate, Thrive, Essential SME Strategies to Navigate the VUCA Landscape, is highly relevant given the current challenges SME face. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity perfectly describe the global economic environment, which has become increasingly unpredictable and intricate. SMEs around the world, including in Indonesia, must adopt strategic approaches that enable them adapt, innovate, and thrive in this environment. Ladies and gentlemen, the SME sector is rightly seen as the backbone of Indonesia's economy, contributing more than 60% of our GDP and providing many employment opportunities up until now. However, in the current VUCA context, SME must continuously adapt and innovate to remain competitive and relevant. They face numerous challenges such as digital transformation, access to finance, and growing global competition, all of which demand resilience and adaptability. I would like to emphasize Bank Indonesia's crucial role in supporting SME development, which is reflected in various programs that promote financial literacy, access to financing, and digitalization. Bank Indonesia play a pivotal role in fostering a conducive environment for SME to thrive amidst the growing digital disruption. Innovation in the financial sector, such as fintech and cross-sector collaboration, have created new opportunities for SME to grow more inclusively and rapidly. However, we understand that transforming SME is not an overnight process. Close cooperation between the government, private sector, and academia is needed to build the ecosystem that supports sustainable growth. The collaboration between ISE, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, and Bank Indonesia through the SCA seminar is an excellent example for partnership required to drive SME development. This forum presents a valuable opportunity to exchange ideas, apply research findings, and adopt innovative strategies for SME. Ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that discussion and presentation we will hear from our speaker and participant today will provide valuable insight into how SME can successfully adapt, innovate, and thrive amid increasingly complex economic challenges. Let us take full advantage of this opportunity to develop new strategies that will help SME achieve sustainable growth. In closing, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to the success of this event, particularly the organizing committee for their hard work and dedication. I also thank the speaker for generously sharing their knowledge and experiences. I hope that the entire series of activity in this SCA event runs smoothly and deliver a meaningful impact on advancement of SME, both national and global level. Thank you. And may our effort bring lasting success. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ibu Christoveni, for your enlightening speech. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward with our program in this event, now we come to key moment for this conference, the official opening. It is our great honor to invite the Vice Rector for Finance and General Affairs of Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, Associate Professor Dr. Kuat Puji Prayitno, SHM, to deliver his opening speech. Please welcome Professor Dr. Kuat Puji Prayitno.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa syukurillah. Wala hawla wala quwata illa billah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. The Honorable, the Dean of Economic and Business Faculty, Professor Wiwi, and all Vice Dean of FEB, the Honorable the Head of Bank Indonesia, Representative Office Purwokerto, Ibu Christoveni, and the Deputy Director of Bank Indonesia Institute, Bapak Doni Fajar, the Head of OJK Purwokerto, the Honorable of all the speakers, Prof. Prafula from India, Prof. Anna from Poland, and Dr. Sakina Sukri from Malaysia. all participants of 14 ISKA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me say thank for God for all blessing given to us. Hopefully this morning everyone happy and in good health. Salawat and salam, may I address it to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May we all be blessed at the end of the life. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Vice Rector, I would like to say congratulations to 14 International Conference on Sustainable Competitive Advantage, Colloquium and Call for Papers. Please welcome to all speakers and participants. Ladies and gentlemen, 14th International Conference on Sustainable Competitive Advantage, Colloquium and Call for Papers was held again by the Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman. The theme of this conference is Adapt, Innovate, Thrive, essentially UMKM, Small and Medium Enterprise Strategies, to navigate the VUCA landscape. I think the topic is good and relevant with the challenge for UKM, small and medium enterprise. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, in this globalization and technological era, UMKM are confronted with complex and dynamic challenges. The term VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, describes the current business environment where changes come at unpredictable rate. UMKM is not only adapt but also innovate to maintain their relevance and competitiveness. I hope this international conference will produce useful results, some important ideas, and brilliant innovation for Indonesian economic field. Ladies and gentlemen, I know there are some distinguished speakers who will share their insight, experience, and best practice on how small medium enterprise UMKM can navigate this VUCA landscape effectively. So I encourage all participants to active, ask questions, and share your perspectives. Moreover, this conference serves a vital platform for collaboration and networking. It is an opportunity for us to connect with industry leaders, scholars, and practitioners. Finally, I hope this international conference will produce useful results, some important ideas, and brilliant innovation for the Indonesian economic file. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I hope you all happy in joining this conference. Please enjoy Kota Purwokerto with very special food and destination. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guiding us, making this activity run well until the end of the agenda. And finally, by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, for the International Conference on Sustainable Competitive Advantage, Colloquium and Call for Paper, formally open. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. But please kindly, sir, I kindly you to remain on the stage. And I would like to welcome to the stage to join the symbolic gong strike, the Honorable Head of Representative Bank Indonesia, Purwokerto, Mrs. Christoveni, and also the Honorable Chief of ISE Purwokerto, Professor Wiwi Rabiatul Adawiyah, MSc PhD, and also the Honorable Chief of ICACA 14, Professor Dr. Sri Lestari SAMSE, to join up to the stage. So to officially mark the opening on this conference, Dr. Kuat Puji Prayitno will perform the symbolic gong strike, and this tradition symbolizes the formal commencement of this important event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the striking of the gong, the Sustainable Competitive Advantage International Conference is now officially open. Let's give a round of applause to all of us. Okay, please remain on the stage, sir and ladies and gentlemen, because I would like to invite and come to join to the stage for joining photo session. Please welcome Deputy Director of Bank Indonesia Institute, Dr. Doni Fajar Anugrah PhD, Head of Representative of Financial Services Authority, OJK Purwokerto, Mr. Juliando Pesima Marta, and also Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Sukri, Head of Management Department, Associate Professor Dr. Nur Hoirul Afif SAMSI, and also Moderator, Associate Professor Dr. Poppy Dian Indira Kusuma. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to this international conference. All right, may we kindly invite our distinguished guests to return to your seat. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now to officially open this 14th International Conference Sustainable Competitive Advantage, we will play the opening video. This video will showcase the essence and purpose of this international event, including highlights from our past conferences and the journey we are on. give a warm applause to all of us. All right, with that, now declare the conference is officially open. We look forward to an enlightening day ahead. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, we have a special treat for you. A performing arts show from SASMI, the Student Activity Unit of the Faculty Economic and Business, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman. They will entertain us with a traditional cultural performance of kentongan. Kentongan is unique traditional art from Java, utilizing bamboo instrument called kentongan, which produce rhythmic sounds. And this performance symbolizes community spirit, unity, and vigilance. As kentongan was historically used as a communication tool to gather people in times of celebration. In the context of this ceremony, it represents harmony and togetherness, reminding us of the importance of collective efforts in achieving success. All right, please welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the show.
cicit lan pati ning anu meh ora wedi geti Eladala alengko dio bon Dua ao pada dadi domba Makede pada dadi diarang Boso muko jadi garang-garang
What an amazing performance. Thank you very much for Sasmi for bringing us such a beautiful art. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to our keynote speech. It is my honor to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker, Mr. Doni Fajar Anugrah, PhD, as Deputy Director at Bank Indonesia Institute, Dr. Doni Fajar Anugrah, education background from Master in Economic University of Birmingham, United Kingdom, and also got a PhD in economics from the University of Western Australia. And also he has professional experience as lecturer at Economics Postgraduate Program from University of Indonesia, and also as Deputy Director at Bank Indonesia Institute, Bank Indonesia. And also he will share his knowledge on MSME, innovation and financial strategies in the VUCA world. So please welcome the Honorable Doni Fajar Anugrah, PhD.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Dr. Kuat Puji Prayitno, Vice Rector of Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, Profesor Wiwi Rabiatul Adawiyah, Chief of ISE Purwokerto, Profesor Dr. Sri Lestari, Chief of Committee SCA, Mrs. Christofeni, Head of Bank Indonesia Representative Office Purwokerto, Profesor Dr. Prafula Agni Hotri, Director of IMM Shimoor, India, Profesor Anna Misal Maria Curie Sklodowska, University Poland, Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Sukri, Management and Science University Malaysia, and also Mr. Juliando, representative from OJK Purwokerto, esteemed delegates from neighboring country, college, invited guys, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, peace be upon us. Before I start my keynote speech, I always remember when first time I give speech in international session, actually when I took my master in Birmingham. I still remember the time is almost similar at 9 morning. So I come to the room, and before 9 actually, around 8:45 I mean, and then I'm waiting until 20 minutes, 10:05 I think, and only one person attend my presentation, and I tell him, sir, can we wait maybe 5 minutes later? And he said, okay, yes. And then 9:10, still only him come. So I said, sir, I can start my presentation? He said, okay, yes. And I skip a speak. My presentation almost 20 minutes, and I released only him in front of me. And I said, sir, thank you so much for coming for my presentation. And then I will leave. And he said, please sir, please don't go. I said, why? I already finished. And he said, I am the next speaker. Just kidding. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let us extend our praise and gratitude to Almighty God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. It is only by His blessing and permission that we can participate in the 14th Sustainable Competitive Advantage International Conference, Colloquium, and call for papers. Secondly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the board of committee who has made this event possible. This conference serves as a testament to the power of collaboration and then the exchange of ideas, which undoubtedly propels our society forward. Given the current rapid market changes, geopolitical uncertainties, and the ongoing digital transformation, I would like to address several things that we may put our concern to. Ladies and gentlemen, uncertainty in global financial markets has begun to show signs of easing, although the existing risks remain relatively high. In 2024, global economic growth is projected to reach 3.2%, but with a slowing trend due to the varying dynamic across different countries. The U.S. economy is expected to start slowing down in the second half of 2024, driven by weakening domestic demand. Meanwhile, China's economy has yet to show signs of strong recovery, while Europe continues to exhibit gradual improvement. The slowdown in the U.S. is anticipated to exhibit gradual improvement. And in here, we know that we should anticipate the result in rising unemployment rates and faster decline in inflation toward the long-term target of 2%. These developments have heightened market expectation of quicker and large-scale reduction in Fed fund rate compared to the previous forecast. This lowered interest rate outlook has led to decline in U.S. Treasury yields, that weakening of the U.S. dollars against various global currency, including rupiah. As a result, foreign capital inflows has strengthened, positively impacting the currencies of emerging markets. Amid the fluctuating global economic environment, Indonesia economic performance in 2024 demonstrates resilience and strong recovery. The country growth remains solid, driven by domestic demand and export. Indonesia balance payment has stayed favorable, continuing to support external stability. The rupiah has strengthened, supported by Bank Indonesia monetary policy mix, increased foreign capital inflows, and the gradual easing of global financial market uncertainty. Inflation has decreased and remains well within the target range of 2.5 plus minus 1%. As observed in the second quarter, Indonesia growth remains steady at 5.05% year on year, primarily driven by household consumption and investment. We know regionally growth has shown upward trend across most areas of Indonesia, with the highest rate observed in Bali, Nusa Tenggara, and Sulawesi, Maluku, Papua. This underscores the commitment to sustainable development and continuous effort to enhance economic stability. However, despite positive prospects related to capital inflows and currency appreciation, several significant risks must be anticipated. Concern about the potential recession in the U.S., uncertainty surrounding global monetary policy, and evolving geopolitical dynamics are factors that require close monitoring. In this context, It is crucial for developing countries, including Indonesia. We should to adopt cautious policy measures in responding to the ripple effects of global uncertainty on domestic economies. This situation also underscores the relevance of the VUCA era. We know VUCA, that volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, which characterizes the current economic condition. Amid high market volatility, global policy uncertainty, and the complexity of global supply chains, developing countries must adopt adaptive and innovative strategies. The VUCA era demands flexible economic policies, more precise risk management, and enhance the competitiveness through resource optimization, including the development of SMEs as a key driver of economy. Therefore, a more critical data-driven approach is essential to ensure that policies not only maintain macroeconomic stability, but also support sustainable growth in the face of global uncertainty. Ladies and gentlemen, small and medium enterprise, or SME in Indonesia, play a pivotal role in the national economy, contributing over 60% to GDP and providing approximately 97% of employment opportunity. However, in the current VUCA environment, SME face considerable challenge that endanger their sustainability and growth. The main challenge can be outlined in 5 keys. The first one, global economic volatility. Second, low technological literacy and utilization of digitalization. 3, difficulties in assessing target assistance of financing. 4, increasingly fragmented global supply chains. And 5, regulatory and information ambiguity. Firstly, global economic volatility characterized by fluctuation in commodity price and uncertainty in international markets leads to instability in demand and consumer trends that are difficult to predict. This situation complicates the ability of SMEs to maintain stable operation. According to data from BPS, approximately 60% of Indonesia workforce is employed in the SME sector, making it highly vulnerable to sudden changes in the global market. Secondly, low technological literacy and the utilization of digitalization pose another challenge. The 2020 report from Ministry of Trade indicates that only about 33.6% of total SMEs have transitioned to digital platform. This indicates that many SMEs have yet to fully leverage technology to enhance their operational efficiency and competitiveness. Thirdly, access to targeted assistance or financing remains a significant challenge amidst unstable economic condition. OGK data shows that more than 70% of SMEs face difficulties in obtaining access to capital, particularly for those just starting their business. Additionally, instance of misuse of assistance further complicated SME access to the necessary funding source. Fourthly, increasingly fragmented global supply chains and regulatory ambiguity in various countries present substantial challenge as well. This is evident in the rise of logistic and distribution costs, which have increased by over 20% in the last 2 years, placing an additional burden of SMEs that typically have limited resources here. Lastly, the ambiguity of information and changes regulation in the VUCA era can lead to slow or misguided decision making, potentially having fatal consequences for the sustainability of business. This situation is further exacerbated by the fact that many SME lack adequate management system to navigate navigated such uncertainty. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to enter a new chapter in the leadership of this nation. Our hope is that the forthcoming policy reforms will further strengthen the SME sector, which is not only the backbone of Indonesia economy, but also a primary driver in creating inclusive and sustainable prosperity. In reference to the 5 challenges faced by SME amid the uncertainty of the VUCA environment, we must promptly undertake strategy measures. The first strategy is we need to enhance the quality of human capital. This is the essential starting point. The quality of human resource in the foundation of their competence. Therefore, training program focusing on the development of digital and managerial skills must be accelerated, such as through digital marketing training and the use of AI for market data analysis. We must not only prepare the technical skilled workforce, but also business leader capable of formulating strategies to navigate the fast changes market and uncertainty. Human capital is not solely the government responsibility. It should be driven through the collaboration with the private sector as well, university of course, and technology-based training institution. With this initiative, SME will be better equipped to face both global and domestic challenges. Second, the acceleration of digitalization must be prioritized to enhance the productivity and innovation of SME. Bank Indonesia has actively played a role in strengthening accessible digital payment infrastructure and supporting the integration of finance technology through KRIS, Quick Response Code Indonesian Standard, which has seen widespread adoption with 53.3 million users and 34.23 million merchants as of the third quarter of 2024. Furthermore, digitalization through e-commerce has created opportunities for SME to expand their product sales. Platforms such as Shopee, Tokopedia, and Lazada become important alternative for making SME products. So the third, access to more inclusive and efficient financing must be strengthened. SME actors need to adopt innovative approach to fintech and non-traditional financing scheme that offer flexibility and speed in disbursing capital. Fintech can speed access to capital with simpler process that will help create greater financial stability for small business, especially during periods of global economic uncertainty. Fourth, a more adaptive and flexible supply chain management must be reinforced. In increasingly global and interconnected world, SME must be able to handle the complexity of international supply chain, diversifying resource and improving supply chain efficiency through adoption of technologies such as IoT and blockchain are crucial steps. And lastly, the ability to adapt to market uncertainty and regulation must be improved. SME actors need to be equipped with better information and access to applicable regulation and be encouraged to strengthen the diversification of their market. In this context, the government plays a critical role in providing an effective communication platform between regulators and SME actors, ensuring SME are better prepared to handle regulatory changes. Ladies and gentlemen, looking forward to what we can achieve in the future, we would like to extend our gratitude to all participants for making the time to be here with us. I sincerely hope that through this event we can engage in meaningful discussion and explore strategic action and policy response to address the challenge faced by SME Indonesia, particularly in the face of volatile and uncertain VUCA era. Additionally, congratulations to those who have been selected in this year's call for papers. The insights that finding presented contribute to broadening our understanding and provide tangible solutions to the challenge SME encounter in both the global and domestic landscape. I will conclude my remark. Hopefully, God Almighty will bless and lighten our steps. That is all, and thank you for the participation and collaboration of all parties in this event. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Doni, for that insightful and comprehensive presentation. We are truly grateful for your contribution, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to begin the international seminar session. In this session, we will explore various key topics related to competitive advantage for MSMEs in today's dynamic business environment. To start, I would like to introduce the Honorable our moderator for this seminar, Associate Professor Dr. Poppy Dian Indira Kusuma, SAMSI AKCA. For her educational history, as lecturer at Faculty of Economic and Business in Accounting Department, and also as Deputy Director for Internal Management International Relations Office, Universitas Jenderal Soedirman, and she has a lot of research and teaching areas such as financial accounting, behavioral accounting, ethics and CSR, and last one is Sharia accounting. She will guide us through the discussion. So let's give her a warm applause to the Honorable Dr. Poppy Dian Indira Kusuma.
And the topic we are going to raise this morning is Adapt, Innovate, Thrive, Essential SME Strategies to Navigate the VUCA Landscape. We'll be having about 2 hours together, and our goal this morning is that by the end of the session, hopefully we will get knowledge and then insight and probably the best possible recommendation from the speakers regarding issues in sustainable business. So to achieve that goal, of course, I will need your help. I will need a lot of questions from you to digging more information from the speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to draw your attention to the agenda. This session would be divided into 2. The first session would be presentation or sharing from the speakers, and then the second session would be Q&A time for the audience. Well, currently we have some of the participants joining online and some others are joining offline. So in the Q&A sessions, for you who are joining offline, you can directly share your comments and questions to the speakers. And for those who are joining online, feel free to drop your comments or question in the chat box feature. Well, for the session, we'll be having 3 speakers. They will be taking turn to give their talk. The first speaker is Professor Prafula Agnihotri. He is the director of IIM Sirmaur, India. He is joining online for these sessions. And then the second speaker would be Professor Anna Wawrzuk-Mitsal from Raya Korkery-Sklodowska University, Poland. She is going to joining online as well. And then the third speaker is, the third speaker is Professor Sakina Sukri from Management and Science University, Malaysia. So I would like to welcome Dr. Sakina on the stage now. Please, Dr. Sakina. And ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm and round applause to the three amazing speakers this morning. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Sakina. Good morning. Thank you very much for flying along the way from Malaysia. Hope you enjoy your stay in Purwokerto. All right, without any further ado, I would like to, first of all, I would like to make sure to the organizer, is the first already joining, the first speaker? Okay. Okay, without any further ado, I would like to welcome Professor Prafula Agnihotri. Good morning, Professor. He's not joining yet. Okay, how about the second speaker? Not yet, okay. So, because we are going to talk a lot about adaptation, so I think everyone here have to be able to adapt very quick and to adjust with the situations. That would be okay. Okay, then we go to the third, okay, we will change the order. So, Dr. Sakina, you will be the first speaker. So, the topic she is going to raise is about the highlight on competitive advantage toward Malaysian SMEs business in Malaysia, building the future together on sustainability business. So I would like to introduce Professor Sakina through the brief CV. Okay, it's perfect combination, old moderator and tiny, tiny display. Okay. I would read, okay, but this okay. Okay, Dr. Sakina, Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Sukri, currently is a lecturer at Management and Science University. She is a senior marketing lecturer, and then he has published many publications, but the latest ones are in 2024. The title of the paper is Aspiration Intention of Household in Sri Lanka, GPCS, in Sri Lanka. And then the second paper, also in the same year, the influence of firm-created and user-created contents on the online reputation of destination management companies in Sri Lanka tourism industry. Her teaching and research subject area are digital marketing, consumer behavior. I think you focus in marketing. Yeah. Strategic marketing, marketing management, branding, fashion marketing. Okay, so everyone please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Sukri. You have 20 minutes.
Ibu Popi, Dr. Popi, pertama sekali saya ingin berterima kasih kepada Universitas Jenderal Soedirman for the invitation on International Sustainability Competitive Advantage, and thank you so much Prof. Vivi for inviting MSU part of this keynote speaker. And for today, to start up the conference, my title would be The Competitive Advantage of Malaysian Small Medium Enterprise, Building the Future Together on Sustainability Focus, which is my main key area, my main keynote, which is in Malaysia. Maybe most probably that we can learn something out of it, because Malaysia is just a neighboring country from Indonesia, and small medium enterprise is something that is very crucial, because nowadays there's many SMEs in Malaysia and also in Indonesia. But there are things that we need to focus and think about on sustainability because we are growing the future together, and we need to make sure that we can ensure sustainability among the SMEs, especially in Malaysia or maybe in Indonesia. So here you can see is the presentation objective, which is highlight on the competitive advantage of the sustainability providers, especially in Malaysia. And we will discuss the importance of sustainability, key drivers, and successful implementation strategies that we can benefit from these SME and sustainability methods. All right, next presentation. So what we can see here is the key themes of Malaysian green business building. Okay, as what McKinsey company had realized analysis for this year, 2024, which Malaysia is well positioned for its net zero transition owing to strong, and to make sure that they can do the key area is the advantage of nature-based solution, renewables, and e-mobility and hydrogens. Maybe some of you had been to Malaysia, and you can realize that some SMEs in Malaysia is very, very different than Malaysian SMEs. If you had been to Malaysia, you can see the difference of maybe from the layout, from the activities, or maybe how they make their business as sustainability ways, which nowadays many businesses start to realize the importance of SMEs. So when they realize on the importance of SMEs, they start to implement in their business, which is a good thing. And the importance of sustainability in the Malaysia is because it's a brand image. Sometimes people see as small medium, whether they care or not about the sustainability, whether they care about the environment, whether they care about the practice, it depends on the businesses. But the importance of sustainability, especially towards the Malaysian sustainability, is about the brand image. Okay, I'm not sure about the Indonesian SME, whether they think about sustainability as a brand image, but in Malaysia, with this audience and with the knowledge and people expectation, most businesses have a thing called brand image, and they want to make sure that their company, their SME, small business and enterprise, is part of the brand image. Second is to reduce the cost. Likewise, it's something that we need to make sure that if we can produce this sustainability, maybe we can reduce some of the cost by not providing things that is not needed or something that is not sustainable for the environment. Third one, we can see the finances as well. Investors are seeking sustainable business. In Malaysia, if the company is well-rounded and they care about the environment, maybe they can attract more investors towards their businesses. When they can attract more investors in their businesses, most probably they can gain more income from that. And lastly,
the organizer, please, the PPT is not displaying on the prompter.
I think,
please,
yeah.
Okay.
Both display, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is better. So here as well, we can see the differentiation. So sustainability sets SME is apart from the competitor. So some businesses with e-electronic, e-vehicle, e-businesses, they like to show that they can do the businesses differentiate comparing to others. When they can differentiate their business towards the other, maybe they can show this green technology or green sustainability towards the environment. And most nowadays, we can see many consumer, maybe they are trying to help the environment as well through sustainability practice. Maybe with waste reduction or waste separation strategy, or maybe by e-vehicle. So nowadays, there's this trend of people who like to go for SME sustainability because they know that sustainability is very important, especially towards the environment. So the next one is the key driver of sustainable practice for Malaysian SME. The key driver, of course, is the government regulation. If the government regulation is very pushing towards this SME, which is in Malaysia, it will encourage the SME to practice sustainability practices. Okay, but it depends on the government regulation, and every country, honestly saying, they have a different type of government regulation. Same goes to Indonesian market, same goes to Thailand market, same goes to Singaporean market, and same goes to Malaysian market, which is the government regulation. The second one is the government demand, the consumer demand. Sometimes consumer, when they have knowledge, they have awareness, they tend to request, especially towards SME. All right, maybe they start to request with eco-friendly product and also things that can help the environment. And sometimes, I'm not sure about the Indonesian market, but in Malaysian market, when the company have this sustainability initiative, they tend to encourage more and more other type of SME around to have the same practices. Because honestly saying, there's no waste on taking care of the environment, and there's no waste for SME to also practice sustainability, especially towards their businesses. The third one is consumer demand and government regulation, and third one is industry trend. Likewise, like I said earlier, when company around you start to practice sustainability, most probably all the company will start to do the same practice. So this three thing is like a consumer behavior. This three thing relates to how the business react towards the consumer behavior. And when consumer react positive, they are okay all with this regulation, they will start to put this three thing on a side with SME. And it's always good because you can see that it will help the environment future on, and it will help the company to practice sustainability practice in the future, and it will make them follow the trend and follow the environment required later on. So next slide on the identifying competitive advantage through sustainable initiative. There's three things that most company or most SME is starting to practice in Malaysia, especially if you can see in Malaysia, there's many businesses that starts to put solar panel on their building. All right, I'm not sure in Indonesia whether you practice putting solar panel to reuse and renew the energy, especially electric. But in Malaysia, it's getting more common to put solar panel, especially towards their building, because they want to have this renewable energy to make the environment commitment long term. And using solar panel is not a 1 year or 2 years progress. Usually people who use solar panel, they make it as a long-term commitment and use for their building. So the next slide. So when SME doing businesses, we need to think whether they are answering the SDG goals. Okay, I'm sure most of you are realizing and understanding what is SDG goals by the UN, United Nations. You can see on the slide we have 17 types of SDG goal. All right, whether it's about poverty, whether it's about zero hunger, whether about health, whether about education, whether about gender equality, whether about clean water, whether about affordability, whether about work, whether about industry, whether about the inequality reduce, whether about cities, responsibility, climate, life below water, life on land, peace and partnership. But countries, in especially developed countries, they had been practicing these sustainable development goals for years, way ahead comparing to emerging countries, consider like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia. So something that if we want to make sure our SME is answering the goals, this is the goals that they can reconsider to put on their SME techniques to make it sustainability, environment, and business goals. So this is the things that always benefit us as human being, also benefit environment, and also benefit their business in long-term run. Because if the business care about all these sustainable development goals, it can help the environment around them, and maybe they can push more trend on businesses, especially this SME, to make sure that they can push the goals and to make sure that they care more about the environment. Because it's sad to see a lot of SME, especially in Indonesia, all right, they don't care much about the environment. I'm sure they care more about the cost because it's normal. But if there's consumer trend, there's a good government regulation and a help from the government regulation as well, and knowledge as well, most probably they will start changing, which it had happened in countries like Malaysia, Thailand, and also Singapore. But if they can help the environment in their SME, whatever business, okay, whether it can be a kebab store, it can be an electric store, but what type of SDG goals are they answering? All right, next slide. So here is the strategies for implementing sustainable business goal. Okay, whether, I'm not sure if in this hall, if there's anyone that is in the future wanting to open your own business later on, I'm not sure. But maybe you need to have a mindset, all right? It's not just, I want to make money from my business, okay? Maybe if you want to do business, maybe you need to start changing, or maybe you can start thinking you can do something for sustainability, all right? Do something to help the environment, okay? Not just, oh, I want to make money, but something that you can help the sustainability practice, all right? Because we all know that in the future that you want to impact something else, not just the income of yourself, but maybe the environment around you, all right? So you need to make sure that you can monitor and evaluate your business in the future if you do something that relates to sustainability goals for your business. So something to think about, whether you want to do business most probably because of financial, or maybe because to help the environment, okay? And there's no harm of doing businesses that can help the environment, okay? Such as if you see in the world, like the famous brand called Tesla, their businesses focus on e-electronic, and they believe that if they change the e-electronic for their businesses, they can help the environment hydrogen level, all right? So that's a case study why businesses can start changing rather than just do businesses based on financial income. All right, the next one is case study successful stories in Malaysia. It can be through organic food provider. It can be through sustainable fashion brand, whether using recycle item, and also green building construction. Nowadays in Malaysia, there's a trend of using solar panel. Okay, all building using solar panel because they want to renewable energy. They want to make sure that they don't use too much of electric, and they want to renew the energy through the solar panel. So it's something that most SME can practice from all these things. Okay, here on the next slide is leveraging sustainability attract invest customer. Like I say, if there's a trend of people wanting to do sustainability for their businesses, most probably consumer will start demand and have engagement on whether they want to do business on the sustainability. And sometimes when consumer have this knowledge about environment, most probably they don't want to support company who don't practice sustainability, or maybe they want to start supporting businesses that have sustainability practice. It depends all towards consumer, environment, and also the government regulation that I had said earlier. So here is the road ahead sustainability community Malaysian SME. How they want to make sure whether they are on the next slide, yeah. So whether they want to improve on sustainable technology, maybe cooperate with SME, all right, or government agency to foster this sustainability, and also maybe through IT and digitalize, all right, to start and competitive edge for the Malaysian SME, especially towards the SME and sustainability. So on the next slide, I would like to introduce a very small business in Malaysia. All right, but even though they are a very small business, they have a minority income of 4 million ringgit per year. Okay, this business. Okay, they have just 2 products. Yeah. Everyone, they only have 2 products they are selling. Okay, they start their business in 2021 during COVID, and now and during COVID is good because last time they had the opportunity to do it online. Okay, and all they're selling everything through online. They don't even have booth. They don't even have shop. Yeah, doctor. This is a very small business, but they have 4 million ringgit profit every year since 2021, sorry. So here you can see, it's a very, I'm not sure in Indonesia you have it, but in Malaysia, there's this entrepreneur. She created a lip balm, deodorant, but based on friendly products and also sustainability product. You can see here, there's a kertas. Okay, once you finish, you can just throw and it doesn't harm environment. And the price is quite, it's not cheap, okay? For example, you can see the deodorant, it costs around 20 or 30 ringgit. I'm not sure in Indonesian rupiah. But people buy, okay? Maybe because of the quality, and they know that they are supporting SME that is sustainability. All right, maybe they buy because of that, okay? And they even do research that people buy because of the quality, and also it is not harmful for the body and it's not harmful for the environment, okay? So this is a typical Malaysian business case study that you can see on the slide, how they create sustainability towards this business, okay? And they are also answering the SDG goal, which is a life on land and disposable, okay? Easy disposable towards the environment. So on the next slide, okay, I'm ending. So here you can see, this is where I came from, okay? This is the university I came from Malaysia. It's a very beautiful university. It's not even 10 years old building. Okay, we came from a very small building last time, but Alhamdulillah, we managed to create a 1 billion building in Malaysia. This is the building, yeah? So here you can see it's a very beautiful building. I am from on the side near to the edge. My office is in level 10, and we have around 20,000 students as well from the university. There's a mosque in the middle of the university, and also a hospital, and also a resident, university resident in the university. So here is the university picture. The next slide is also one of the practices that my university is doing. Rather than waste separation strategy, we also start to encourage our student staff to use electric vehicle. All right. So MSU is very interesting university because they also highlight this sustainability goal, and they also want SDG to be part of them. Okay, and just to share that MSU is top 10 university in Malaysia, even though it's a private university. So I think next slide. I think that's all from my presentation. Nice, yeah. Thank you, both.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sakina. You managed the time very well. And it was interesting that she gave one of his sample, the successful small sustainable business in Malaysia. Okay, all right. Then we move on to the second speaker. The second speaker is Professor Anna Wawrzuk-Mitsal from Raya Kuri Slodowska University, Poland. Good morning, Professor. Okay, can you hear my voice appropriately? Yes, I can hear your voice. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's clear. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Anna. It's our pleasure to have you in this conference, and we do appreciate that you joining this conference. I think it's still early in the morning there, right? Okay, we do appreciate that. Okay, before we having Professor Anna to give her talk, I would like to share with you the brief CV of her. So, Professor Anna Wawrzuk-Mitsal. Okay, wait. She also has many publications, and the latest one is about women on management board and firm performance, evidence from the vice grade group countries entrepreneurial business and economic review. And he also published monographs and chapters in monographs. One of the monographs is the Chief Financial Officer and Corporate Performance, Finance, Governance, and Risk. His latest international conference is in Poland in 2024 in the first Modern Finance Conference, Warsaw, Poland. And her research and teaching interest is corporate financial management, corporate financial strategy, corporate liquidity management, investment evaluation methods, the role of financial director. Okay, everyone, please give a round of applause to Professor Anna, and welcome, Professor Anna. You have 20 minutes. You have 20 minutes, and the screen is yours. Professor Anna, are you there? Okay. Yes, Professor.
Thank you very much. Good morning, selamat pagi. It's a great honor and privilege for me to participate in this seminar. I want to thank Professor Vivi Adavia for the invitation and the organizers for the support, and especially Bagan Bumintag. The topic of my presentation is mandatory gender quota means improve image of the company that employs women, increase company's performance, and I think that hiring female managers might be difficult because the supply of women in the labor market is limited, so it might be difficult to find appropriate women for leadership positions. And female directors might be appointed for symbolic reasons, which might result in disappointment of female directors, and also the female directors may be disappointed too. Finally, the new regulation, in my opinion, might impact gender stereotypes and, to sum up, the new institutional environment creates new roles for future research on gender. As regards the stereotypes on the Polish capital market, me and my colleagues investigated the existence of the glass cliff. Existence of glass cliff means that women are more likely to be appointed to high-risk leadership roles, where the tenure is often more precarious and the risk of dismissal is greater, or the tenure shorter. Existence of the glass cliff means that the female leaders are appointed for symbolic reasons. Our research sample includes companies listed on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. We applied the survival analysis, and the aim of our research was to estimate tenure distribution and examine the impact of explanatory variables on board members' tenure. In other words, to investigate if the glass cliff on the Polish capital markets exists. Our results show that there are no significant gender disparities in board tenure or likelihood of departure from corporate boards in Poland. So it means that the tenure of men and women on board is similar. There are no disparities. Women's decision to stay or leave the board appear less influenced by companies' financial standing, suggesting possible gender-wise differences in risk perception. And our results challenge the applicability of the glass theory in the Polish context. So, it does confirm that the glass theory exists, so there is not one of the stereotypes on the Polish capital market. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Anna. It was nice presentations. Okay, then we move on. Okay, then we move on to the last speaker. The last speaker is Professor Prafula Agnitori. Professor Prafula Agnitori holds a master's degree in management studies and PhD in international marketing strategy. He has some achievements, including the best teacher in marketing management and the best professor in marketing. He also has contribution in innovation teaching, particularly in inquiry method of learning. His major research is brand or marketing audit, international marketing strategy, and then global competitiveness areas. And then his teaching area are marketing management, international marketing, and then service marketing. Good morning, Professor Prafula. Professor Prafula, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, is my voice clear? Yeah, it's clear, Prof. Thank you very much for joining, Prof. Okay, you have 20 minutes to share your... Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. It's already displaying, Prof.
I think we need to kill it. Acting policies lax and from go to home daily morning before going to the laboratory and stay late on the side and collect followers of things. And that's how Nirma was established in 1969. All mixed laboratories which are also featured for different writing. Let the long story short, and let us come to it today. Employees, about 18,000 employees, with a turnover of 7,000 crores, which is nothing but 70,000 billion rupees. You can convert it to dollars, so if you look at this at maybe what $10,000, look at this at, or more than $10,000. How is it serious? A small company from Kitchen going to a big organization, 18,000 employees with 70,000 million rupees turnover. That's a major risk. And by the time the brand entity has got the top, this is Nirma that I see with customized sales back, and this is Sir, the lead at that time. Sir, of the Innovate Group. And sir, many of you may have been in your own countries also. Sir, that was okay. And sir, at your point of view, as I mentioned before, okay, live on the second on this way. In 1985, Nirma had a market share of 60% of the Indian market. And close issuer, Universitas Limited, the market leader, and the major global brand, to the second position to place at 10% market. Today, of course, Nirma market share has followed, but there are many other players. Okay, Universitas has also, they also realize that growth market is the right place, they made a mistake, with a huge marketing progress and big pockets. They also made inroads with rural markets as well as topics. I don't want to close all the properties. Many new players have gone to market like corporate capital and so on. Market share for the was 12.5%. And even to 12.5% market share is the largest chicken brand in India and the second largest soap marketer in the country. And how did Nirma disrupt the market? They started selling detergents at this sleeper rate, where the cheapest brand of detergent served was, I said, this 13.2, you can price it. That's why he just came from rural background, and he knew that rural people may not have 13 rupees per kg, yet they are ready to buy the detergent they want detergent. Clean clothes, they want detergent, they want easy to wash medium. And he started selling detergent 3 per kg, so he had hardly cost, only cost that he had was $20. And he would become electricity. And nothing more than that. He became a huge overhead. He was one man company, and I told him saying that people take it and then make some profit. And that's how he keeps up with it. Today, Nirma is a big player, as I told you. They manufacture not just detergent, they manufacture soap, they manufacture salt, they manufacture cement, and so on. So from salt, detergent to cement, it's a wide range of activity that person like has diversified. And he is considered one of the leading industrial of the country. He just 50 audience. When they have their own team, where he groups his own skills, he groups his own managers, and they all provide working. And that's why I people call them as a major disruptor of the last year. So what did we see? What did we learn from this case? We saw that the segment that they are targeting, that I think in those market, they look for that quality, they widen the market by bringing new customers into the way of detergent market. They added convenience to consumers, because the consumers who were using traditional soap had to wash it more vigorously for longer time and get more result. This is new performance criteria. That look, new performance criteria for the new market. They made inclusive growth possible. They brought in growth customers under the umbrella of actually is a small player, small player, which is three people here. There are three different representatives of target markets. One is this small businessman, one is this educated young man, the other is his wife, who is nothing but a housewife. So we find three different distinct target markets, and now let's look at that. You only if you don't understand the language, you get a message.
Professor, I'm sorry for interrupting. You have 1 minute left.
This is what all the cases that we discussed are, we have not discussed anything. This is what we saw. The disruptors came here and they took the planning of the market. That was the body, that was creativity. Another disruptor, last example, and we saw, which has created a major huge problem for many multinational companies in India, is what Patanjali. That was Patanjali, who gave it a little bit. And just to show you about this, you can see this graph, you realize what Patanjali has done. His Patanjali has written things that are 20, 30, and 50. And if you see the growth of Patanjali at that time, when Patanjali came into business, okay, their growth was 1,011% of what others were. This was a relative growth of Patanjali. Today, Patanjali is over 45,000 crore rupees. So you can imagine it's like 450 million rupees. Crore rupees, 450 million rupees.
Thank you very much, Prof. Hula. It was nice presentation. And then we come to the Q&A time. So for the first opportunity, I would like to give it to the offline participants. If you have any comment or questions, you may raise your hand and then the committee will come to you and provide the microphone. And don't forget to mention your name, affiliation, and also to whom you will address your questions to. Any questions or comments? Okay. Please, Bu Filda, there is 2 participants.
Check. Okay, thank you for the time. My name is Bramadika Hasbi Brahatwika. You can call me Bram. I'm from the Soedirman University, Faculty and Business, Economic and Business Faculty, student in Management. And my question is for Prof. Anna. In enhancing women participation, most of the time are achieved in legal way through law creation. This case is especially for patrilineal countries where men are perceived stronger and women are just to stay at home. And my question is, in your opinion and probably based on your previous researcher, are there other ways which can enhance women participation? Thank you.
Okay. And then the second participant. Professor Anna, you get the question? Oh, okay. The question was how to enhance the women involvement in the business. Am I right? That's a point. Am I right, Mas Bram? Yeah. Okay, thank you, Professor. Bram, was they answering your question? Okay, thank you very much. And then we go to the second participant. Yeah, please, Mas.
My name is Erwin. I come from Magister of Management Unsud. May I ask to Mrs. Syukri, what are the government and Bank Negara Malaysia's policies and support for improving brand image, reducing costs, increasing financial accessibility, and differentiation? Thank you. You may answer in Malay so we can get better understanding. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So the question is for Professor Sakina. Okay, you get the questions. Okay. So the point is how the Malaysian government, what was the question? Support.
Okay, my question is, what is Malaysia's government policies to support and also Bank Negara Malaysia support for SME for
Financial access, yeah.
building the brand image, reducing costs, something like you mentioned in the first presentations. Thank you. You may
You got it?
answer in Malay.
You may answer the question right now. Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Firstly, I would like to recap again on the presentation, which is government policy is very important to encourage, especially SMEs, to do sustainability in enhance their brand image. But if I can tell you very honest about Malaysian regulation, they may give you guidelines, but they will not give you any financial aid. Okay, they will not give you financial aid. Okay, it's up towards the entrepreneur if they want to enhance their brand image, depending on business itu. Okay, depending on the business, if they have their own financial aid, they can help themselves. But I think it same goes like Indonesia, Thailand. It's hard to expect government to give us financial aid, especially when to do business. Okay, it's your own responsibility if you want to do business. They may give you guideline, they may give you things like seminar, conference, or booklet towards sustainability, but in terms of brand enhancement, brand image, brand popularity, everything depending on the business. So it comes to the entrepreneur, whether she or he can make sure that they can enhance the brand image. Okay, same goes like the case study where I say a very small business, they did makeup, deodorant, lip balm. It doesn't come from the government. Government don't help us in that term, but government do give guideline. The society give pressure, and we ourselves have this initiative. Okay, untuk berubah, to change is not easy, but if you want to change, maybe it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. So thank you so much, Adik, for the question. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Prof. Sakina. And then, okay, the next participants sitting off. Oh, okay. At the back. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Alia from student of Management Universitas Jenderal Soedirman. I have a question for Prof. Sakina. Products and services labeled as green or environmentally friendly are most of the time more expensive compared to those without green labels. My question is, in your opinion, what are the key success factors to encourage customer and business to prioritize green products? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Adik, for that question. Really good question, especially about how to make sure the cost. Yeah, of course, doing green usually is a bit expensive. Okay, macam for example, there's so many SME, especially you can see very close to you in Indonesia. They will give you plastic bag. They give you plastic straw. They prefer to not give green straw or paper paper bag. Okay, it's very costly in terms of that. But if there's more and more supplier in the future that can give this green initiative much more cheaper, most probably the supplier SME can start changing. And it all depend again and again towards consumer. Okay, some consumer, they don't even mind taking things, buying things which is not environmental friendly. Okay, if they mind, they will not support or they don't buy. Or maybe they will say to the entrepreneur, can you start changing everything towards environment, green? But honestly saying, in this era, there are a lot of consumer that don't mind buying non-friendly environment product. Okay, the most important is cost, and again, depending on the consumer behavior, how they react towards this environment. But again, if the government didn't push the SMEs to start changing to environment, and consumer didn't push the supplier as well to change, they won't change, because they know that it is much more cost effective for them, and the consumer don't mind buying that. But you can see nowadays, there's many businesses that start changing to environment friendly product, all right, because they know there's a demand. But again and again, not all businesses change because of cost issue and knowledge and push. All right, thank you so much for the question, Dave. All right.
Okay, hope they answer your question, Mbak. Okay, and then anyone? Okay. The committee, please. Okay.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Yusuf Ahmed. I'm a student from the Economic and Business Faculty of University of Jenderal Soedirman. And I have a question for Professor Dr. Prafula regarding the Nirma company on the detergent product. Now, for Nirma company, I took a glimpse of on the articles regarding the company, and in the current time, Nirma company is a group company. It did begin as a company that focuses on detergent product, but from that success, it has already expanded from detergent to soaps, cement, cosmetics, salts and soda ash, and so on and so forth. So it has already expanded beyond the product that it previously it has first focused on. Now, however, I took another glimpse on other articles, and many articles has described the company to go into some sort of controversy that leads to declining in performance and sales in the past few years. Now, my question to Professor is to know from the professor perspective, can you please describe from professor perspective on what really happened exactly to the Nirma company in the current time, and especially on the controversies that it went for the past few years, and how can other business learn from this? How can other business that managed to successfully become a disruptive part in the market could learn from this so that they can maintain a strong position in the market? That's my question. Thank you.
Because both the products
Thank you, Professor.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Okay, before I continue to the offline participant, I would, Professor. Okay, before I continue to the offline participant, I would like to switch to the online participants. Please show me the chat box or the prompter. Okay, one question for Professor Sukri. So the awareness of sustainable product mainly is driven by the producers, not the consumer. This is the point of view of Ibu Dani Kusumastuti. So can you describe about the sustainable product in Malaysia in terms of its product awareness, producer awareness?
Thank you, Dani, for the question, which is consumer awareness. How far is the consumer awareness for sustainable product? I think as for now, in my opinion, it's getting more and more important. And in Malaysia, we can see that a lot of businesses are start changing towards this sustainability product, especially towards their packaging, towards their company, towards their how they use their businesses, especially when I say that out of recent, many businesses in Malaysia, they start to put a lot of e-vehicle, okay, e-vehicle facilities, waste management, and also solar panel, okay, and it become more and more important on how they react, and if there's a demand, of course, there's going to be a supply. Okay, when demand is good, the supply will can occupy the demand in Malaysia. So that's another thing that how consumer react. And in Malaysia, we are getting more and more improvement. I'm not saying we are in a good manner, because we are still learning and accepting, but we are getting there as well. All right. I wish in Indonesia market they are also heading there as well. Thank you, Dani, for the question. That's all.
So the point is that the producer will like respond to the consumer needs, right?
If there's a demand, of course, there's a supply. So like it or not, we as a consumer or a business, we need to push towards this demand.
Yeah.
And if the supplier can give us again and again a very good alternative or good costing, of course there's going to be a demand in future and present needs. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And then, is there any more question in the chat box? Okay, so this one is comment from Dani Kusumastuti to Professor Anna. So Professor Anna, in Indonesia, can you make it bigger? Yeah, okay, thank you. In Indonesia, the female labor dominates the industry, including the micro-size industry. But if we talk about BOD, Board of Directors, the same thing goes to Indonesia. So the proportion of female in the BOD is still small in the percentage. So Professor Anna, can you comment on this one, or can you describe how the female labor in your country? Is there any domination for the industry? I mean the female labor there?
Women don't
Thank you very much for the insights, Professor. Okay, now I go back to the offline participants. Is there any questions from the offline participants? Okay, thank you.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Bagus, from FEB Unsur. I want to ask to Professor Prafula about disruptive innovation. In my opinion, the disruptive innovation is possible when the industry has low barrier on new entrant. Does this imply that the case will not happen for industry with high barrier on new entrant? Thank you.
Professor Prafula, you got the question?
Yeah, it all depends on the barriers to entry, agree, and your question is absolutely valid. It will be difficult actually, when we may have to think of product making. So where there is a high barriers to entry.
Okay.
Typically, if you see the disruption takes place by a smaller player, and if barriers to entry are very high, say suppose someone wants to start with a iron and steel industry, huge investment is required, and a small scale player may not be able to venture into that business immediately. At the most, what he can start, he can start with a small player, making some small steel rods, and then eventually grow. So the model would change depending on the industry. And as you rightly mentioned, the barriers to entry would play a very important role. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Did I answer your question? Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone? Okay, the committee, please. The young lady in the front. But please raise your hand. Okay, so the committee can identify you. The microphone doesn't work. Please help.
Okay, my name is Sinta. I am from Unisnu Jepara. I want to ask to Associate Dr. Sakina. It is interesting about the challenges of SMEs in Malaysia and Indonesia because they have similar customer behavior. What do you think about challenges for SMEs, especially in assessing new market? Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat again your question? We didn't get it. Can you change the microphone, please, the committee?
Okay, in my question, it is interesting about the challenges of SMEs in Malaysia and Indonesia because they have similar customer behavior. What do you think about the challenges for SMEs, especially in assessing new market in Gen Z and Gen Alpha? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very interesting question. I think the Gen Z and Gen Alpha is really the next big mover changer of the world, you know, because with technology and awareness and the knowledge, they can really change and demand different things time to time, and also the trends as well. So the challenges with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, I don't think it's too hard comparing to millennial. With what I said, supply and also the technology awareness, and also Gen Z and Gen Alpha, what I realized about them, they have a better habit in terms of sustainability comparing to the above generation, okay? Maybe because they like better things, or maybe because they want to support, but I think what influenced them is their awareness comparing to the older generation, comparing Gen Z and Gen Alpha. So I have no worries about Gen Z and Gen Alpha in terms of sustainable practice, because sustainable practice is not something easy. It's a habit. If Gen Z and Gen Alpha can start having this good habit that can help the environment, it would be better for the Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And I believe with the trend, the social media, all of that will influence their knowledge and acceptance towards sustainability practice. So thank you so much for the question. Okay, thank you.
I agree. Maybe the exposure from the social media, have great or significant contribution to enhance the awareness, among the Gen Z and Alpha. All right. Anyone still has questions? Okay. The committee, please.
Thank you for this opportunity. I would ask to Professor Sukri. We know that the concept of sustainable business is very beneficial to environment, but the primary goals in business is still to generate profit, isn't it? So running a sustainable business requires significant capital for green technology to achieve an environmentally friendly product. So my question is, how can we generate profit from sustainable business without sacrificing financial resources? And what kind of innovation technology are available to sustainable business in Malaysia? Thank you.
I got the question. Thank you so much. Very good question. I believe that, of course, again and again, if you do business, your first purpose most likely is to make money. It's something normal. Even for me, if I want to do business, I want to make money. But the mindset is possible if we can change to also make money and also to help the environment. Okay, many entrepreneurs, especially in the developed country, they fail to practice sustainability with their business. They fail because they want to be fast. Okay, they want to make money, they want to be fast. Okay, they don't, I'm not saying maybe they care about the environment, but they don't care that much about the environment. If they start changing to care about the environment, it's something automatic for business to start practice sustainability. Same goes to the university I'm working with. Okay, sustainability is something, if I'm honest with you, something new. Ni benda yang kita bicara maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years we talk about sustainability. Before this, we don't think about sustainability. Okay, even last time, if I go conferences, organizer usually they don't think about sustainability. But nowadays, conferences, they think about sustainability automatically. It's a practice, okay? So in Malaysia as well, it is a practice, and they can gain profit if they think that is good. Okay, for example, rather than buying bottled water, they can just refill the water. Okay, that is cost effectiveness. Okay, so as a business, you need to think how to cost effective, but not increasing the cost. And again, I believe that in the future, and also with human thinking, the trend, we can easily also make money, but also care about the environment through sustainability practice. All right, so it's something also, to be honest, not common in Malaysia. We are also trying to practice, okay, but with people pushing the government regulation, is automatically we will practice. It's something very embarrassing if we don't also help the environment, okay. So, and if you can see developed country, it's something common for them to practice sustainability. For example, solar panel, EV cars, no plastics, something common. But in developed country, developing, we are pushing towards that. So that's my opinion about Malaysian and Indonesian trend as well about SME sustainability. Thank you, Dave, for the question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, yes, I think now making money only is not relevant anymore because it stands to a short-term goal. So we have to making money while keeping or maintaining the good relation with stakeholders and also the environment. Okay, any questions? Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the chance. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eka Kusuma. I'm come from student of Jenderal Soedirman University. The Honorable Prof. Shakira, I want to ask you one question. How your opinion about industry trend can bring some SME to be a sustainable company, Prof? We know that SGD standard is a lot. There are 17 aspects, and we know that industry trend is always change year by year or day by day maybe. So the changes is so fast. And for example, some MSE adopt a Korea trend for this year and maybe adopt another trend on next year maybe. So some MSE don't have consistency about field maybe. So my question is how the MSE can be a sustainable company with the uncertainty trend, Prof? Thank you. Especially in Malaysia maybe. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. Again and again, consistency is hard to be practiced. Okay, and we will keep on changing according to trend. Okay, and also we keep on changing according to the demand. And we can also change according to supply. And lastly, we can change because of situation. Okay, businesses start to change because of these 4 elements, and industry really need to look into how to help the sustainability practice towards these SMEs or MNEs. Okay, but big changes can start to be practiced in a small scale, then can be a bigger scale. So depending on the businesses, how they want to react and apply this type of changes. But with this trend of demand and the industry and government regulation, it's hard to keep on one sustainability, because you can see the SDG goal, we have 17, right? So sometimes we pick
from different type of sustainability that is much more relevant towards the business. Okay, it's not, I didn't hear about it's a must to take all 17. But if you can take 2, 3, 4, I think that is also an initiative to help the sustainability goal. I don't think so it's a must to have 17. And I never heard any business, even in the world, that answered this 17 goal. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a guideline, but it's not a must to follow. But if you can follow even some of it as an individual, it's already good for sustainability practice. So that's all. My answer. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for being active in the discussions. And we're about at the end of the sessions. And allow me to briefly summarize what we discussed today. So sustainability is something that is imperative to take into consideration in the business because it brings many benefits, including reduce costs and then enhance brand image and also creating competitive differentiations. And there are drivers for sustainability such as consumer demand and then industry trends, and the most important one is the government support through the regulations. And if I take the point of view of Professor Anna, diversity policy is also important to be included in the regulations to achieve a successful business. And one more thing from the Professor Profula, disruptive innovation also has a huge contribution for the success of the business. And what we can do as the strategies for sustainability is that we need to assess the current condition, the current practice of the business to, in order to be able to know the roadmap of the business and then set the clear goal for sustainability. And then after that, we need to invest for sustainability. And then also the most important thing is that after that, we need to do the monitoring and evaluation to ensure that all the efforts, every effort for sustainability is on point or on the track. Okay, so before I end this session, I would like to ask Professor Sakina, presenting all the speakers, to say some words for closing statements.
Thank you, Prof. For the conclusion for today's speaker is on the first topic, which is on sustainability practice on small medium enterprise, whether some of you can get knowledge out of that. But like it or not, sustainability is always the key factor in the future, all right? And secondly is about gender equality. How can women become a practice towards businesses, which in Indonesia and Malaysia, we can see many women are starting to work in the industry, don't mind any factors. And thirdly, is about the disruptive innovative, the third one. Disruptive innovation. Especially you can see the demand of consumer on how they reacted towards businesses is different comparing to last time. Because we all know with the technology that we have on hand, we can easily give our opinion publicly, openly through the social media comparing to last time. So thank you so much for the conferences. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To end this session, I would like to thank to the three fantastic speakers today. And then I also would like to thank to the organizer of this seminar for inviting me as the moderator. And then I also want to thank you for all of your wonderful questions, really wonderful questions. And thank you very much for your time and your active participation today. Hope to see you again in the next international conference, the 15th International Conference in Sustainable Competitive Advantage 2025. Have a great day, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please give one more big applause to our fantastic speakers. I return back the stage to the MC.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Poppy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all our speakers and participants for a lively and thought-provoking discussion. And I would like to request, and please remain on the stage, to our moderator and speaker, because before we conclude, we would like to recognize our speaker for their valuable contribution to today's discussion and seminar. And of course, I would like to invite the Honorable Professor Sri Lestari, as Chief of Committee of this international conference, to present the certificates to our speakers. At this point, we would like to kindly ask Associate Professor Dr. Sakina Sukri to remain on the stage to receive a certificate of appreciation for today's insightful discussion. All right, thank you once again to our esteemed speaker for your time and knowledge today. Let's give them all a round of applause. All right, thank you. For Professor Sri Lestari, please remain on the stage, because afterward we would like also to express our sincere appreciation to our online speaker, the Honorable Professor Dr. Prafula Agnihotri, as Director of IIM Sirmaur from India. Thank you very much, Professor, because you have joined us virtually and your contribution have been invaluable. Please give a warm applause to Professor Dr. Prafula Agnihotri. And last but not least, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to our online speaker, to Professor Anna Worizuk-Mistal from Marie Curie Sklodowska University, Poland. Thank you very much, Professor Anna, for your contribution to this international conference. And once again, I would like to request our honorable moderator, Associate Professor Dr. Poppy Dian Indira Kusuma, SMSc AKCA, to receive a certificate of appreciation for today's insightful discussion. Okay, ma'am, we would like to ask to a photo session. Oh, okay. Together with Dr. Sri Lestari. Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, A big thank you to all of our speaker, our moderator, for making today's conference such a success. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to a very exciting part of this conference, the announcement of the best papers. All right, this is an important moment where we recognize all the hard work and excellence demonstrated by the participants of our call for paper session. But before we proceed with the announcement, I would like to officially open the call for paper session for today. Throughout this session, we will explore more innovative and forward-thinking research and that contributes all our theme, sustainable competitive advantage in a VUCA environment. But without further ado, let us now reveal the winners of the best paper awards. The top 3 papers have been carefully selected for their outstanding contribution and innovative projects. And now I'm honored to announce the recipient of the Best Paper Awards. First Best Paper Awards goes to Muhammad Rifki Rusdani, Nurul Komiryatin, Samsul Arifin, Ali, Nurul Huda, with the title of How Does Information Overload Impact Social Media Fatigue and Consumer Choices in Indonesia and Malaysia. Please, the winner may come to the stage. And I would like to congratulate for the best paper. The second best paper is from Anita Dwi Wulandari and Ahmad Sujadi, with the title of The Influence of Occupational Self-Efficacy on Job Hopping in Generation Z, mediated by job insecurity and moderated by perceived alternative job opportunities. Please kindly to come to the stage. And the third best paper goes to Eka Putrihana NF and Daryono, with the title of The Influence of Relational Behavior and Relational Communication on Supplier Performance with Collaborative Communication Quality as a Mediating Variable on Brown Sugar Farmers in the Supply Chain. Once again, I would like to kindly please come to the stage to all the winners. At this moment, I would like to invite Dr. Sri Lestari to present the certificates to our best paper winners. Please moving forward to the up on the stage. Okay. Once again, a big congratulations to all the winners for your exceptional work. Let's give another round of applause of our best papers winner. All right. Thank you. Please have a seat. Yeah. Okay, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before we move on to the closing remarks, we would like to remind all of the participants to fill the form to receive your e-certificates by the barcode that is displayed on the screen to fill in necessary information. We kindly ask everyone to take a moment to do so now. Once again, we kindly remind to all of you to scan the barcode that is displayed on the screen to fill in the necessary information. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach to the end of this enriching event, I would like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to all of our speakers, moderators, and participants for making this event a success. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a short break. Please take this time to register for the upcoming call for paper session, which will begin shortly. Registration will remain open from 12:45 p.m. to 1 p.m. So we invite all participants to complete their registration at this designated area. And today's discussion and presentation have highlighted the critical importance of adaptation, innovation, and resilience in today's business environment, particularly for MSMEs. So we hope you have insights share valuable and inspiring session. So a special thank you to our organizing committee too and all sponsors for their tremendous effort in making today's conference event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the close of this session. Once again, thank you very much for all your time, energy, and participation. We wish you continued success and hope to see you again in the next International Conference Sustainable Competitive Advantage 2025. I'm Valen Hadi Putri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, kindly reminder to our participant. There are already provided lunch break that provided in the foyer area in the left and the right side in this hall. So if you want to join the lunch break, and then for the participant who want to take a prayer, there is a prayer room in the third floor Once again, kindly reminder to all participants to have and enjoy our lunch break that provided in the left and the right side on this foyer of this hall.